Hi Virgo, welcome to your love reading. First of all, remember, always trust your own intuition first. Also, your free will and the free will of others is more important and more powerful than any reading, especially when it comes to love readings. So, shall we just get started? We're going to start with a spread first. So I'm using the Spellcaster's deck. So let's see what is happening in your love life, Virgo. Okay, so the heart of the matter for you, the main theme, focus, that literally just flew out very quickly. We have the Ten of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. Let's see what happens as we progress into the reading. And I'm just going to move my light back because for some reason it likes to create a glare. So that's the heart of the matter for you, or the main focal point. Let's look at your energy. What energy are you bringing into this reading or into this situation? You are the Emperor. And external energies, which we'll assume it's going to be the other person that you are involved with, or it could be any other external energy that's important or relevant. There's quite a few here. We have the Queen of Swords, the Star, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Next, we'll look at the past energies around the situation or with this person, if there is another person here. Five of Wands, present energies. Is there a struggle, Virgo, because the present energies don't want to come out? We have Justice. Potential future, anything that might come up in the future based on what's happening now. We've got the Sun and your advice. We have the Moon. Okay, that is that's interesting. You've got quite a few majors, haven't you? You've got the Emperor, Justice, the Sun, the Moon, the Star, Wheel of Fortune. So this could be something quite big. Okay, we'll get you a oracle card. We're going to use Oracle of the Unicorns to give us an overview of what's going on here, hopefully. Okay, let's get an overview of the reading, or for the reading. We have a Passion, and I am very tempted to get one. Yeah, we'll get one more. Going to be quite a few oracle cards in this deck because I want to use some at the end for advice, but we'll see. Let's get one more. So we've got Passion, which says, do what excites you, get fired up about your life, increase your energy levels. Okay, and we have Action. So action and passion do actually go together quite well. So it says, now is the perfect time to act. Take inspired action towards your dreams. Move forward with confidence. And I think that is probably needed because we have the Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands as the heart of the matter. So is there a lack of movement or some issue with opening up? Let's start to clarify. So I'm going to use this deck, which is the Beautiful Creatures deck. It is actually a really beautiful deck. I don't use it that often, as I would like to. It is really beautiful though. So let's give that a shuffle as well. I feel like there might be a battle of wills between yourself and whoever you're involved with the Emperor there already as your energy here. The Emperor can be kind of controlling, and it's not always a bad thing. It's just that you want to take the lead, you want to be in charge. It can go to the extreme of the my way or the highway kind of attitude as well. We've got the Queen of Swords as the other person's energy. I know I'm doing this kind of backwards because I usually do the focus first, but with the Queen of Swords here, this other energy or this other person, the Queen of Swords is very discerning. She's going to consider something and assess something very carefully. She won't jump into anything quickly. So as much as there could be passion here, I would say that action is required. Maybe you both considering things very carefully before you do take action. And then you've got, as I say, the focal point here with that Four of Pentacles. That's kind of like an unwillingness to open up, isn't it, really? Yeah, that's someone who's sort of been protective. And then you've got the Ten of Wands. So I would say that that kind of protectiveness or not opening up is kind of a burden. And there does need to be action. But let's get a bit more for that. Let's clarify that Four of Pentacles with the Ten of Wands. And this deck, I'm telling you, it's like probably almost probably an inch and a half thick. So it's massive. There's definitely an issue with opening up here, Virgo. I don't know who's struggling to open up, but it showed me your energy quickly and the main issue, but now it's yeah, okay. So we get the Ten of Swords as one of the clarifiers, finality. So is there an ultimatum here? Because as I say, you've got the energy saying that there's passion there, but is it coming to the point where there's an ultimatum where somebody feels like they're not getting their way or their needs aren't being met? Let's get another clarifier for that Four of Pentacles and 10. Oh, okay. We've got two. We have determination, Queen of Wands, determination. Hopefully you can see that. And 16, card number 16, the decadence, abruption. And I'm trying to think mentally what that, because this deck, it doesn't completely do everything traditionally. So let me just have a quick look, see if I can find something that will help me remember what card number 16 would be in traditional tarot. And yes, I know I should know this off by heart, but 16 is one of the cards that I can't remember. So if you just bear with me one moment. The Devil, the Tower, it would be the equivalent of the Tower, I believe, the decadence, abruption. So it does seem like there could be a possible ultimatum here. That's the vibe I'm getting. Or there's some sort of action that needs to be taken to change things, to get things moving, to open things up, to release a burden. Let's dig a little bit deeper. Let's look at the Emperor. So that's your energy. I mean, because you're coming up as the Emperor, you could be giving someone an ultimatum, possibly. I mean, with that Queen of Wands as well, where it says determination, I would take that to be where someone is determined to get a result or an outcome. But let's clarify the Emperor and see what comes up. That flew out. It says you are the one, authenticity. I actually really like this card, and it's not something that's in a traditional tarot deck, but it's what it says, authenticity. You're not willing to compromise who you are or what you stand for. You put yourself first. You have self-love. You have self-respect. You stand your ground. Let's get another clarifier for that. That kind of wanted to come out, but not quite. The Queen of Cups. I don't know if that's relevant, so I'll leave it for now. Because I'm not certain. Oh, that flew really weird. I don't know if I should take these now. I don't trust it. That's one thing with this deck. It's an amazing deck, but if the cards sort of fall out or the deck falls apart in your hands, it's yeah, it's because they're very, very slippery as well. So let's get another clarifier or two for the Emperor, which is your energy in this. I get the impression that you're, did you see how that flew out then? You're very strong in this. You're very strong-willed. Eight of Pentacles, practice. Let's get another one for that. I think with that, you are either learning how to be in a relationship. Maybe you're in a relationship with someone and it's like your first proper relationship, and you're kind of learning how to be in a relationship, how to have boundaries in a relationship, how to compromise. There is an element of kind of learning in this. And with that Queen of Swords as well, she's someone that you can learn from, isn't she? She's an advisor. We have Judgment, opportunity. So as I say, I'm getting a vibe that maybe there is an ultimatum here. It could even be where you are with someone new and you're deciding if you want to take it to the next level. Let's get their energy. Let's get their energy. So we have Queen of Swords, the Star, and the Wheel of Fortune. I would say that this other person, and don't take too much notice of the genders in the cards because it's masculine, feminine energy, which is however you take it. If you're a woman, you could be masculine. If you're a man, you could be feminine. This is another, I mean, the Queen of Swords, you're both strong-willed. With the Emperor, the Queen of Swords, you are both strong-willed. I would say the Emperor, your energy is slightly more, I mean, how much more assertive can you be than the Queen of Swords? But the Emperor is the boss, aren't they? So the Emperor would have the final say, but you are both very strong-willed. With the Star and the Wheel of Fortune, either this other person is like a fated person in your life that you're meant to have a relationship with or connect with or whatever involvement with, whether it's that you have that they're meant to be a long-term partner, or whether it's that you only know them for a short amount of time, you're with them for a short amount of time and they're basically teaching you something, but there is something that's fated here. Or maybe they view you as their soulmate, possibly with the Star and the Wheel of Fortune. Because the Star is like a wish, and then with the Wheel of Fortune, I mean, I know it's about cycles, but it's fate as well, isn't it? So like a fated wish, desire, destiny. Maybe they view you like that, or maybe you view them like that. But because it's the Queen of Swords, it is possible that there's a lesson. I mean, there's a lesson with everything anyway, but like a major lesson. This one could be a major lesson in your life, but we'll see. Let's clarify the Queen of Swords, the Star, and the Wheel of Fortune. We have, okay, all of the anomaly cards are coming out in this deck. The Paranormal, Curiosity. See, that's making me think of fate again. This is another card that's unique to this deck. And do I have the book? Let me just quickly look up the Paranormal, because the Paranormal, it's this supernatural stuff, isn't it? And again, that to me, it's giving fate. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, so it's the Paranormal is a bonus card along with the You Are the One authenticity card. Yeah, so the Paranormal card, it speaks of mystery. I won't read the whole thing, but it speaks of mystery, and it says it's something that you discover at your own risk. It's a mystery you might not be able to solve. It speaks of skepticism in your beliefs. Maybe this other person that you're with, maybe the connection is fated, but they're skeptical about that. But there is a bit of, it's giving mystery, supernatural to me. Let's get another clarifier for that, for the other external energy, Queen of Swords, Star, and Wheel of Fortune, please. We have the Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles is when you are, it's when you've put your effort and energy into something, or you're deciding whether or not to put energy and effort into something. Three of Pentacles, it can be working together. And it can be working together with other people, or in terms of your physical life, making something work together, like in terms of jobs. It's having the experience, the training, the resources, everything coming together and working together. I get the impression that you are actually both kind of holding back and maybe assessing if it's going to work, possibly. But this here, as I say again, it's just standing out, that paranormal, curiosity, the Star, Wheel of Fortune. It's really making me think there's some contemplation of if something's fated here. But I feel that you are more focused on your own personal power, and how that comes across in the relationship itself. You want to make sure that you get what you deserve, I would say. Let's look at the past energies for this. We've got Five of Wands, so it does look like there is a bit of conflict. Let's get a few clarifiers for that and see what it says. Wondering if there's any interference from other people. And I don't mean like third parties as in like multiple. I mean, it could be dating multiple people, but more like friends or family members getting in your ears. Oh, okay. We've got Six of Swords and Eight of Wands. And the meanings of the cards, the tarot cards in this deck, the Beautiful Creatures deck, some of them are slightly different from, or they've got a slightly different twist to what they would normally be. Okay. There may have been messy communication between you. I mean, you've got the Eight of Wands here, which that's a standard sort of interpretation where it can be communication, movement, but I will take it to be communication. Five of Wands is usually conflict within action. Maybe someone's words and actions aren't matching up here. And then we've got Six of Swords, which typically it would be where you're sort of moving away from some sort of conflict and moving on to something else, moving on to peace. Here it says detachment, which, yep, it is a form of detachment, moving on, isn't it? So there might have been back and forth communication where maybe someone ghosted someone, or it's that kind of communication where 1 minute you're all in and everything's fine, and then the next minute, literally detachment, you break communication. So it's either all or nothing. Which would be confusing, and it would make you sort of think, do we move forward with this? Let's get one more clarifier for that, and that's the past energy, or how things have been going so far. It doesn't feel like there's a solid... I'm not saying that the feelings that you may have, you and this other person have, aren't real. I think there is something very real here, but it's just the feelings and the actions don't match, if that makes any sense. It's like you both of you are kind of in your head. That's the impression that I'm getting here. Let's get another clarifier for the Five of Wands as the past energy. We have the Magician, Inner Skills. I feel like that, I don't know if it's blatant manipulation on purpose, or sometimes we can be manipulative without, it's not that we're doing it to be malicious, but we kind of want to have the upper hand. You know, you don't want to get taken for a ride. So in terms of that communication, if there was that kind of communication, it's that thing where, you know, if you start seeing someone and it's like, who should message the other one first? And then you can get into sort of this holding pattern where it's like, oh, well, I messaged them last time, so I'm not messaging them again. But then they're thinking the same thing. So then nobody ends up communicating with anyone because you're both thinking alike. And as I say, the Queen of Swords and the Emperor, yes, they are different, but I would say there is a similarity there in that they are very strong-willed, and there could be a bit of stubbornness there, which, yeah, that would hold you back. And as I say, because you're both strong-willed, the way I feel is that you could probably both easily cut each other off just because you feel like you're not getting what you want. Which is not it's not the worst thing in the world, because it just means that you have high standards and you're not going to put up with any bullshit, which is not a bad thing. But if there is so much potential here, then it's kind of like you're going to miss out. So let's look at the present energies for you, which you have Justice. And initially I would say that means that you want things to be fair. You want things to be fair and balanced. But let's see what else. Okay, that literally flew out. You have it says One of Wands, which is the Ace of Wands, which is energy. Again, that goes with the action and passion card. So now, either it's that you are beginning to pick up the pace, or you feel inspired, because the Ace of Wands is a card of inspiration. Are you now, both of you or one of you, more inspired to take action and get movement with this, or is that what's actually needed in the present to make things fair and balanced? Let's get another clarifier for that Justice card, which is the present energy. Oh no, I've lost some cards on the floor. Well, not quite. Okay. I can't take any of those because they all just came out very chaotically, and maybe that's an issue. I always think certain things that happen in the readings are part of the message within the reading as well. So maybe things are feeling kind of chaotic. Try that again. All right. Shall I take these or not? Let's try again. That didn't feel right. Try one more time. These cards are very, very slippery. Okay, there we go. That's nice and clear now. So you have the Queen of Cups and you have the Nine of Cups. Okay, and this is in the present energy. So, as I say, what I'm getting is there is kind of a call for more action here and to put more energy in. You've got the Queen of Cups, which has come across as, they've defined it as intuition. Let's have a look at the actual cards. I feel like with this Ace of Wands, it's a bit tentative, like the feeling is there, but it's a bit scary. Like the desire to put more effort in is there, but it's just feeling like, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure if it's going to work. And it's quite a protective, so maybe you're protective of your feelings as well. With that Queen of Cups, as I say, intuition. It could sometimes be that, you know, when you have really strong feelings for someone and you almost kind of feel like they're the one, but it scares the shit out of you. So as much as as I say, you have the feeling, but your actions and your feelings or your words don't match because you're kind of terrified of the feelings that you have. You've then got Nine of Cups, satisfaction. So I wonder if it's sort of like, you know how you feel. You feel like there could be something really strong there, but it's kind of, there's a bit of tentativeness where you're just a bit scared to put more energy into it. So I'm not sure if this is, I don't necessarily feel like this is what's happening. I feel like there's a call for this to happen in order for things to be balanced, or maybe you're just starting to do this. But there's definitely, if nothing else, there's definitely the feeling there and the inspiration there that, yeah, I want to give more to this. I feel like this could be a really good thing for me. Okay, let's move on from that. It just feels like there's a lot going on here, but there's not enough action, if that makes sense. Like the potential, it just feels like a lot of potential and a desire, but yeah, as I say, less of the definitive action, because I say in the past you got that that kind of back and forth energy, and then in the present it's like there's more of a strong desire to be clearer about things. I mean, the sun is a card of illumination as well, so that will be your future, what comes up in the future. So things probably will become clearer in the future. Maybe you are you're in the beginning phase of starting to put real effort into it and give more energy to it. And maybe you are starting to feel a bit more comfortable and trust your intuition a little bit more. If not, then that's probably something that needs to happen for things to balance out. Let's clarify the sun. We have the Four of Cups, NUI. I'm not even sure how you pronounce that. Let's see what else comes up. Three of Wands, Patience. Oh, that came out really easily. And you have Sovereignty, the Emperor. The Emperor's back again. Let's just get a feel for what these mean. I feel like these two cards, even though they are different, the Four of Cups and the Three of Wands are different. It's like one of these cards is them and one is you, and I'm not sure which one, but it's giving the same feeling of it is both giving patience or having to wait. I mean, I know the Four of Cups traditionally it can be missed opportunities. It can be where you don't see an opportunity in front of you. And then, sorry, I'm like holding that in one place. Three of Wands is where you put effort into something and you're waiting for the result, like waiting for your ships to come in after you've put energy out. So it's giving us a really similar vibe, except I guess one of you is probably feeling a little bit more negative about it. Or uncertain, should I say, not negative. One's a little bit more uncertain about what's going to happen, and it's kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It's sort of waiting for something, but you know when you're waiting for something and it looks like it could be good, but you've been really skeptical. That's it. You've been really skeptical, where it's like you don't want to get too excited, so you're like, you know what, I'm prepared if this all goes to shit. Although you're never really prepared. Like you can be to a certain degree, but especially when emotions are involved, it is still going to be devastating. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm just saying that someone has that kind of, is in that kind of frame of mind where they are more on the skeptical side. The Three of Wands is, that would be the more positive side of it, where someone's willing to be more patient, and they're kind of taking it in their stride. And I don't know why, I feel like maybe, I'm not sure which one's which. I mean, looking at the energies, the original energies, yours and theirs, coming into this, I wouldn't be surprised if you were the one who was more the Three of Wands energy, where you're just like, look, I'm just doing me, because you've got the Emperor there again with sovereignty. I'm just doing me. Whatever happens. Yeah, I'll put the effort into this, and I've tried, but whatever happens. If it doesn't work, then whatever. Whereas the other person would probably potentially be more disappointed. And I mean, it could be vice versa, couldn't it? Because they seem a bit more skeptical. I feel like they seem a bit more skeptical, because the Queen of Swords here as their energy, that's the more logical I'm not saying the Emperor's not logical, but the Emperor's probably more in that state of not giving a shit, where, as I say, it's not that they don't care, but whatever happens, happens, because they do have their sovereignty, and they know that if this doesn't work, then they can try something else. If you're trying to start a relationship with someone, then you can, and it doesn't work out, then it's fine, it's cool, yep, it might hurt for a while and I'll get over it, and then I'll find someone else kind of attitude, or you've got other things that you want to get on with in your life. So that potentially could be more your energy. I'm going to get one more card, because that's come with the Sun. And as I say, the Sun is usually a card of illumination, but that doesn't actually give us any sense of illumination, does it? Let's get one more clarifier. I'll be honest, this is not a clear-cut reading. And maybe that's the part of the message as well, that the reading's not clear-cut. So whatever is going on with you and whoever you're involved with, that's not clear-cut either. And it's a bit confusing and mixed up, to be honest. I mean, the moon here is in the advice. That's confused. It can be confusion. You haven't got the Seven of Cups, which is, yeah, that'll probably come up next now. That can be associated with confusion as well. But let's get one more clarifier for the Sun. That was not right. Oh, actually, it kind of wanted to come out, and look what it says. Two of Swords, confusion. I'll try again. I don't trust the way it came out. But, okay, what have we got? Right, we've got the Nine of Swords, which is anxiety. And it wouldn't surprise me, because, as I say, it just does not feel clear-cut. So it's difficult to understand how the Sun fits into the future energy. It kind of feels like some of the things that are coming out are more advice than, like the Justice card kind of feels like advice, even though that's just the present energy. As it refers to the present energy, it kind of feels like it's telling you that you have to trust your intuition and put the effort in, because there is a lot of potential there. The Sun, I mean, you've got all these cards of lack of clarity with the Four of Cups, Three of Wands, the Emperor. Well, not the Emperor. The Emperor's pretty clear. The Nine of Swords. It's it feels like it's giving advice rather than showing what the actual energy is. It feels like it's showing what's needed. You may have to take the lead in this, because it's the Emperor that has come out with the Sun card. So in the future, maybe you will, or you need to take the lead in sort of saying, you know, we need to, maybe, because I said there was possibly an ultimatum at the beginning, maybe you're the one that has given or needs to give the ultimatum, and that will resolve some of this and make things clear. Because it's, as I say, it's confusing at present. Right, let's look at the Moon, which is the card of advice. So as I say, the Moon can be confusion, it can be things that are hidden. And I'd say if that's there, and then you've got the Sun in the future, then it's just sort of saying, I feel like these two should be in reverse, actually. I feel like the Sun should be advice and the Moon should be here as the future energy. But let's see what comes up for the Moon as advice. Okay, we have the Ten of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles. I would say that is about revealing how you feel and what you want for this long term. You would need to do this if you haven't already, and they would need to do this. There needs to be a kind of proper, like, heart to heart, I would say, about this to establish where you're heading. Let's get another clarifier for that, because the Knight of Pentacles is, to me, I know it says servitude on here, but it's more about commitment and taking the steps to get to where you want to go. And then Ten of Cups, obviously that's happiness, isn't it? So if you feel like you want to get very serious with this person and committed, and you feel like they could be your happiness, then you're going to have to express it. Let's get another clarifier for the Moon. We have Six of Pentacles, generosity, and that to me it just refers to balance, that you have to give and receive equally in the connection, and you can't, if this is what's happening with that, it's not, as I say, not necessarily blatant manipulation, but that kind of back and forth of 1 minute there's an energy given, next minute there's not energy given, or It's that whole thing of, oh, I made the effort last time, so they need to make the effort now. Yeah, I get that that's only fair, but then if that's what is happening, there's clearly not been enough communication or boundaries or openness to sort of establish what you want or what they want. Because if there shouldn't be confusion, if you speak very openly to each other and things are stable, there shouldn't be that kind of confusion about who does this first, who does that first. So let me get you some more advice cards. We're gonna get, let's get power of love first of all. This is quite an unusual love reading, I have to say. But let's see what comes out with the power of love. Oh, we have expression, which is exactly what I was just saying. You have to express. I know it says you are ready to manifest your thoughts and transform them into acts of love. But here, well, if you express yourself to the other person and they express themselves properly to you, then you will manifest the relationship that you want and you'll transform it. And empathy, you would need to have empathy towards each other to make this work as well. You need to understand, yeah, you feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. Yeah, you need to express yourselves to each other and understand where each other's coming from to clear things up. Shall I get one more? I think I'll get one more of these because they're simple. And then I'll get 2 more oracle cards from different decks for you. Let's get one more power of love card. Cooperation, which is exactly what those two are about. Expression and empathy, that's cooperation. In your quest to manifest the energy of love, you realize that every person and experience has value. So you need to cooperate. I would say that might end up being the title of the video. Cooperation is needed to make this work, or something to that effect. So let's get a Whispers of Love card for you as well. And it may not come out, but I would not be surprised if something about heart-to-heart conversations flies out of the deck, because it really does feel like that's what's needed here. I mean, with the anxiety card, there are fears about what will happen if you can communicate openly. We had that 10 of Wands under here somewhere, and the 4 of Pentacles. Are you afraid? And I think there was a 10 of Swords there as well, possibly. Yeah, 10 of Swords. Are you afraid that if you communicate properly and express what you want, it will end? I mean, as the Emperor, I wouldn't imagine that you would feel that way. Maybe they feel that way, I'm not sure. But let's get you a Whispers of Love card. That flew out really easily. We have Love Makes the Difference. Love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. This might be that one or both of you need to heal, yeah, past hurts, heal anything from past relationships or past experience that has made you feel sort of doubtful about anything. You'll know what that means, hopefully. Let's get one more of those, because I'm not reading from the book this time. I'm just showing you the message. Let's get one more. And I would say, sorry, love makes the difference. That would also be the empathy as well. And self-love as well too. Oh, knocked everything over there. That was just my sage and salt mixture. So we have be in the present and dream of the future. That to me is about patience. That patience card. Oh, and then it says appreciate the moment. So that's definitely about patience. Luster crystal as well. This one is Chalcedony. And I can't remember what it means at this very second in time. But we also have amethyst there and moonstone. Okay, we're going to do postcards from Spirit for you as well. I have a feeling that the Chalcedony, and it's a new crystal that I've gotten because I only heard about it like a week ago, which is why I can't remember exactly what it is. I have a feeling it is to do with healing and clearing. And it's funny that it knocked over my little vial of sage and salt, because the whole purpose of me having the sage and salt there is clearing the energies. So there is something there that needs to be cleared out and healed. So let's go. Oh, that just flew out straight away. You got 2 postcards. So I'm going to read these. They're slightly long, not as long as some of the books, but let's see what it says. Dearest Dew, the common sayings be in the world but not of it, and wear the world loosely refer to the need to be engaged with life while not being attached to specific outcomes. Do not take this world too personally, for you are one of many co-creators here to play, and we have many ideas about how all this should play out. Just know that the outcomes don't matter as much as the presence you bring to each experience and how you let yourself flow through life. There's a real freedom in knowing and accepting this, so will you wear the world loosely or will it straitjacket you? It is your choice. Whatever happens, have the courage to keep trying to live as you are meant to, and when it comes to manifesting, don't worry about the how or even the why. We have that covered. Everything is going to turn out exactly as it should. Spirit has a plan, loving you always and forever. And to me, that relates to that focal energy where there was that 4 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands, which was the burden, like the holding back. Because why do you hold back? You hold back because you're worried about the outcome of something a lot of the time, don't you? So try not to worry too much about the outcome of this relationship, because there's no guarantees, as I say, with relationships. You can put the thing is, you can enjoy. You could be with someone for 3 months, have the most amazing relationship, it fizzles out or whatever, somehow it ends. But the experience in itself, that 3-month period of being with that person, could have been one of the most amazing experiences in your life. Or you could be in a relationship with someone for 3 years and it could actually be the worst experience you've ever had. Like maybe the first week of it was the honeymoon period and then after that it went to shit, but you just sort of felt like you wanted to make it work, so you stuck it out. But as I say, don't worry too much about the outcomes. Just be yourself, just enjoy it, give as much as you can. Obviously have boundaries where you need to have boundaries, but enjoy it more than anything else. Just try to enjoy the experience. Second card, it says, Dearest Dew, isn't it amazing how things seem to come around again? Full circle. In ways you could not possibly have planned. You wonder how a dream could die only to be resurrected years later when you're really ready. You thought it was time back then, but your wisdom knows better than your small self whose desires are unmet. Now here you are with a new opportunity to do things from a different, more mature perspective. We want you to trust that in this new opportunity for rebirth, you will be called in 2 directions, and the one that is unfamiliar will be the right one. In the unknown spaces, the uncharted places of infinite potential, which is something I kept saying, potential, we are waiting to guide you into your fullest life. Big bounty will come if you remain in the present. You have come full circle and now you can see that everything changes, is made new and is given new hope. So for me, this could, I mean, I don't really see much here. There's no 6 of Cups in the spread. This could be something that you could have been involved with in the past. I mean, as I say, it's not showing here in the tarot cards, but it could be someone that you were with before and you're trying again, and that could be why you're so tentative. Maybe it didn't work before, or it could just be where it refers to things coming back around and doing things. I think it says something about from a more mature perspective. Remember I said in the beginning about with the Emperor, and it's like I can't remember if I actually said it. You may have learned how to have stronger boundaries or something, that there may have been past situations where it wasn't great and you've kind of learned how to step into your own personal power, and maybe that's why you could be being more assertive now because of past experiences. It's just that maturity, isn't it, and experience within relationships. So I hope things work out as best as they can for you, Virgo, and I hope you're able to make some good decisions for yourself based on the reading. As I say, if you want to share any comments, any thoughts, if you want to share the reading, you're welcome. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.